Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers win over Livingston at the weekend there. If you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button, hit the like button as well, and we'll just get straight into this video, guys. So the game finished Livingston 0, Rangers 2. Probably could have been at least 3 or 4 goals for us, but some dubious decisions from VAR, which we'll get into later on in the video. I thought we started reasonably well, put the ball about quite well, passed it really well. Livingston weren't really attacking much at all, weren't really bringing much to the game at all. Usual that you get from Livingston. I'm not slating them, that's the way they have to play. They're not, if they come out, they're going to get absolutely slaughtered from us, so I get why they play like that, but it is frustrating at times. They were very compact, very difficult to break down, but we kept moving the ball around quite well, and we did create a number of chances. The first goal, or what I thought was the first goal, came kind of about midway through the first half, and the cross came in, and I can't remember who it was at the back post. I think it was a defender. Kept it in, it goes back across the goal, and Connor Goldson taps it in. VAR looked at it. I didn't actually celebrate this one because I kind of thought that there might have been an offside in this. So I didn't really celebrate it, and I knew VAR were going to look at it, and they did. Turns out Dessers was offside, although he didn't actually touch the ball. He does go towards it. He's interfering with play in front of the goalkeeper. I kind of get it. If you look at it, if that was against us, we'd be really disappointed to concede that. So I understand why that was chopped off. A little bit frustrating, but yeah, I totally get that one. Slightly mixed up. I'm trying to remember, because there was that much happened with goals being chopped off and goals counting and stuff. I might have this the wrong way around. We did get a penalty. McCausland was brought down in the box. Clear penalty for me. I might make a little bit of a meal of it. Kind of probably jumps just before the goalkeeper makes contact with him, but the goalkeeper does make contact with him, and I do think it is a penalty. So Tavernier stepped up, and it was an absolutely horrible penalty. Went way wide, way high, nowhere near what you expect from Tavernier. His run up wasn't that great either. I really didn't have the confidence that he was going to score it, and he duly missed that. And no long after that, or before it, depending on how that happened, I honestly can't remember. There was that much going on in the game. Cyril Dessers got put through, kind of dinked it over the goalkeeper. It takes a little bit of deflection, takes an age to roll over the line, but managed to go in for 1-0. So later on in the first half, there was another goal disallowed, and this is the one that I've really got a problem with VAR. It's the ball in the box. It seems to have his jersey pulled, but he managed to get the pass off to Dessers. I think Dessers either takes a shot or passes, and it ends up right in front of young McCausland. McCausland does an absolute great run into the box. Fantastic finish from him, right in the top corner, and you're thinking, absolutely fantastic young man. Great to get your first goal and everything, and then VAR, for some reason, just stops play and has a look at it. I couldn't see anything the first time. Second time I seen, alright, Seema's been pulled, so what, are we getting a penalty or what? It turns out Seema's allegedly pushed a Livingston defender in the back. The reason he did push the defender in the back, by the way, is because he had his shirt pulled and he was almost hauled to the ground, and he kind of struggled to keep himself on his feet, which is why he kind of bundled into the Livingston player. No malice whatsoever. I don't even think it's a foul, by the way. I think he just kind of puts his hand on his back and the boy's gone down. So VAR's looked at it and said it's a foul against Seema, and we're not getting the goal, which I thought was really harsh on young McCausland. I thought he played excellent throughout the game and he deserved that goal, but VAR chopped it off, which was really disappointing. So we went in 1-0, where I thought it probably should have been at least 2 goals to the good. A little bit the football, we kept possession well, didn't really create enough chances in the second half, I didn't think. We then got a second penalty, and I don't think there's any people moaning about this one, or there shouldn't be anyway. Cross came in, I think it's Nicky Devlin, puts his hand up way above his head, hits his hand, and the penalty's given. People may moan that was 6 penalties in 5 games or something we've got. Fair enough. but we've got the same amount of penalties as Celtic have got this season. Thing I will say about penalties, obviously Rangers and Celtic are going to get more penalties because we spend 90% of the game in and around the opposition box. Teams tend to sit in, camp inside their own box, and because they're not high standard, they will make mistakes. They will put a foot in where it's not needed. They will put their hand up and hit the ball. Honestly don't know why they do that, but sometimes these things happen. It happens to us quite a lot. I don't actually think we're getting any more penalties than we probably should be. In fact, I'd probably argue against it and say we probably should have more, but the referees kind of didn't tend to give a lot of penalties. It doesn't matter how many times you get a penalty in a game. If there's 2 fouls in the game in the box, then it's 2 penalties. There's 3 fouls, it's 3 penalties. That's how it works. You didn't just no give a penalty because they've already had one or anything like that. It just doesn't make any sense to me why people are moaning about these penalties. But anyway, we got a penalty. Tavernier stepped up second time and he did manage to put it away. After that, it was pretty much just game management. We were probably looking for that third goal, but we didn't quite get there. Danilo came on, made a couple of subs. Cantwell came on, played really well actually. And the game, as I said, kind of just fizzled out there, and we got 3 points, which is fantastic. So a good win for us, great 3 points. Wasn't the prettiest of games you'll ever see, but we've kept the pressure up on Celtic. I know they're now 8 points clear because of that game in hand, but there's nothing we can really do about that. It's because they're obviously out of the cup, and it'll happen again at the end of the next month, or I think it's next month actually, the cup final. So that'll happen again, and we'll then be 2 games behind them. But as long as we keep winning and keeping the pressure on them, then we should be okay. In terms of man of the match, Tom Lawrence was given it by Rangers TV. I would actually argue and give it to young McCausland. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. No, just the way he took his goal, which obviously didn't count, the way he took his goal, but just his whole demeanour. He was taking people on, he was doing little drag backs and neat little flicks and taking people on, and generally just causing defenders an absolute nightmare on that side, the right hand side. I just thought it was fantastic. Well done to him. There's another couple of players that played really well, but for me, he was the standout player, in my opinion. So that's the video done, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and obviously it's International Week, so I'll not see you for about a week, unless any kind of news comes through. So aye,